Hi everyone, it's Evangeline right here at eTrailer. Today we're gonna have an RV bike rack comparison. We have one of the most popular RV bike racks, the Hollywood RV Rider, and we're gonna compare it to one of my personal favorite RV bike racks. This is the Saris MHS DUO. We'll take a look at some of their features and compare them at etrailer.com. The Hollywood Racks RV Rider has been around for a while. It was one of the first racks to be RV compatible, where with that extra sway and movement behind the RV, this one was strong and sturdy enough to handle it. With a super high weight capacity of 80 pounds, it definitely became one of the most popular racks because it was also one of the only options. Still solid to this day, and they have had some design features to try to keep it fresh. Meanwhile, the Saris MHS is an example of the modern bike rack. You have that dual wheel mount design with improvements like a front wheel chock and a rear wheel strap, creating for a very solid fit of the bikes on the rack. This is going to be a lot easier to load and unload, plus it's compatible with fun extras like an additional light kit or an add-on ramp. Since both of them have that 80-pound weight capacity, they're both solid options for carrying your extra heavy electric bikes on your motorhome. Now, the RV Rider is also compatible with your fifth wheel trailers, which is an awesome feature that unfortunately the Saris MHS does not share. For those heavier bikes though, just because you have the capacity to carry them, you still have to consider that you have to carry them on and take them off the rack. The Saris MHS is definitely an upgrade for that. With its zero frame contact, there's nothing touching the frame, but also means all your touch points are to this side. This makes it easier to grab the bike, kind of ramp it up onto the rack, and then secure it without having to play around with levers and knobs. Compare that to the RV Rider, where there isn't really a ramp attachment to it. You have to lift your bike up and onto the wheel hoops. You then have to adjust your wheel hoops to match your bike, and then you have the frame mount. So this can be adjusted up and down to secure your bike by the frame, which is nice for some of those bikes that have a standard frame, but on step-through bikes, or if you have a nice finish where you want zero frame contact, that might be a little trickier. I do understand their design choice here though, because this does create a solid clamp around the frame, plus your frame clamps can lock. So securing your bikes over here by the knob is helpful compared to having to put a cable lock on and taking them off all the time. Kind of like the cable lock you'll find on the MHS. You get one cable lock per bike, and then you secure it with a key. This is awesome that it is integrated into the rack. The downside is I always recommend taking this cable lock off before you drive, just because of the extra touch points it will make on your bike. There's definitely a lot more features to the MHS, really making it a premium rack that is a great investment for those more premium bikes. You'll make sure you take care of them when you drive along the road. And since electric bikes can get pretty pricey, it might be worth it to get a more pricey rack that you know is going to have the features to make it easier for you to load and unload those bikes. However, Hollywood Racks has always made racks that are great for your more uniquely shaped bikes. If you have a wheelbase that's longer than 50 inches, it won't fit on the Saris MHS, but it will fit on the RV Rider. The RV Rider also comes at a bit of a lower price point compared to the MHS, so if you just need something to get you from point A to point B, this is still going to do a solid job of doing so. And then you have your other common bike rack features, like both of them fit into 2-inch hitch receivers. They both have an anti-rattle or anti-wobble system. They can tilt away, they can fold up. So as a bike rack, they both work great. The MHS is technically the modular hitch system though. So what we have here are the duo trays, which are RV capable, but when you have this on your vehicle, you can switch out those trays for other accessories like a cargo basket or lighter trays if you don't want something so heavy. So those are going to be a lot of extra possible features to add on to your Saris MHS, while the RV Rider is not expandable. So you can see why the Saris MHS is one of my favorite motorhome bike racks. All of those different features plus the ease of use of this rack makes it a great option for those adventures. If I was gonna go on this big journey where I get to ride around my bike all the time, I'd definitely go with this because it's solid, but then I know I have easy access to my bikes. However, my aunt and uncle have a fifth wheel and they need something to carry their bikes with. The RV rider is actually something that I would recommend to them because yes, it has more knobs and straps and different things you have to fiddle around with, but they're a type of adventurer that starts from destination A, gets to B, and they really are only taking their bikes off once every now and then. So it might take a little bit more work to get their bikes on there, but it's an easier price point and it makes sense when you have it on a fifth wheel because it does have that extra solidness that the MHS is not rated for. So it really depends on what are you driving, what types of bikes are you carrying, and what type of adventure are you on. So hopefully this video helped you out. Both are solid options with different pros and different cons, but they're not the only options available here at eTrailer. If you want something in similar price points to the RV Rider, you have the Swagman E-Spec. If you want something that has a ramp included, you have the Yakima On-Ramp LX and many more things to look out. So check out our website to see all those videos and all those reviews. But today, what you saw was the Hollywood Racks RV Rider versus the Saris MHS at etrailer.com. My name is Evangeline and I hope you enjoyed the journey.